I've climbed Everest dozens of times, but I've never made it to the summit. I've begun using my own corpses as trail markers, attempting to reach the top before I freeze to death again. My neighbor's dog bit me yesterday, and it really hurt, but I kept quiet and went to bed quickly. When the moon shined through my window, I could feel like hair was coming out of my skin. Growing up, the feel of the wind on my face brought me joy. The breeze that is eating through my gas mask will bring a different feeling in a few seconds. I waited until dark, slowly placed the garbage bag over the wasp nest, and carefully detached it, just like the online instructions said. I still don't understand why they chose to construct their nest inside her head. Has it really been 5 years since the invasion? Time flies so fast when you're having fun. They said after you die, there is still brain activity for up to 10 minutes. It's been hours and all I can hear is my family crying and accusing me of being dead. I feel an intense, uncontrollable need to pick at wounds and scabs and peel away dead skin. Unfortunately for the patients under my care as a nurse in the burn victims unit, my urges are never satisfied. When the old gypsy woman told me that I would die at the stroke of midnight, I was skeptical but decided to stay up anyway. As the left side of my body went completely numb, I realized that English was probably not her first language. I always say goodnight to my dolls when I close up the room at the end of the day. I never actually expected a response though. All of humanity was shocked when the oceans dried up. What they found on the ocean beds proved that global warming wasn't the greatest threat anymore. I couldn't stop running because my life depended on it. Besides, I didn't want to give my victim a chance to escape. I stared at the glass of water in front of me, the desire for it overwhelming everything else. No matter how much I tried to drink it, however, I just spat it out, froth now lining my lips. I'd finally achieved a lifelong goal of mine when I visited the Terracotta Army. As I fell in line with the soldiers, my body began to harden from the feet up, and I knew it would be the last visit I'd ever make. I attended a funeral today, where there was a lot of shouting and crying. Too bad no one could hear me shouting from inside the coffin. The voice in my head has been getting louder and more commanding, so I turned my music up to try to drown out the noise. I worked hard to possess this body, and there was no way I was giving it back now. Ma'am, can you please stop screaming? It's making it really hard to concentrate on your surgery. I sat in my room astonished that every post I had put up just yesterday was blowing up. How the creatures figured out how to use explosives is secondary to the thought that they can get in now. As my co-worker returned from vacation, he giggled at the salt perimeter we put around his cubicle. He got into work too early, and we didn't have time to warn him not to cross the line. Wow, these graphics are insane, I exclaimed during the boss fight. That was when I noticed I was controlling a real person, and the boss was revived for the second phase. I was ecstatic when I entered my portal machine to another dimension. Had I rechecked my calculations, I would have realized that the portal is only one way.